Haneman here. Wow, listen to that sustain. It's crazy. Welcome to this week's episode of Guitar Tone Tuesday. This is the third in our Guitars of Bonecat's mini-series, the last video in the mini-series, where I feature the guitars of my good friend Bill from the band Bonecat. Now, this guitar is definitely something for Guitar Tone Tuesday. This is an odd guitar. This guitar is an Degas Studio model, and apparently from what my research has shown, and I can't really say that this is completely true, but from what I can see, this guitar seems to be modeled after the Ibanez Studio guitar. Now, from what my research shows me, in the late 70s, Ibanez was being sued by a bunch of companies, Gibson being one of them, for making designs that were too much like theirs, and they had to come up with their own designs. And in 1979, they released this guitar, which was called an Ibanez Studio, which is what this instrument specifically is based off of, from what I can tell again. Now, that seems to line up, because this guitar, this Degas guitar, was made in Japan, and it says made in Japan right here on the back plate, where the neck bolts onto the body. And from what I can tell, Degas guitars were made in Japan until a certain point, and then they were made in Korea until the end of their life. Now, this guitar, the features I do know for sure about this guitar is that we have a maple neck with a rosewood fingerboard, apparently a 25.25 inch scale length, so not quite as long as a Fender guitar, just a little bit longer than the PRS neck. We have a slight tilt back on the headstock here, 3 inline tuners on each side of the headstock, 2 very, very hot humbucker pickups. We've got a volume for each pickup right here, a tone control for each pickup right here, the 3-way toggle switch in a slightly inconvenient location over here, and right in between all the knobs is this splitter for the humbucker, so you can kind of get the humbucker sound, or the split position sound. Which is handy with the pickups being so hot. I guess that's about it for the features that I know about. From what I can tell, this guitar must have been made sometime between 1979 and 1984 or so, thereabouts. Some odd things about this guitar. Most of the Degas Studio guitars that I've been able to see online were dark with a light or 2 light stripes in the middle of the guitar, and this one is light with a dark stripe in the middle. So it's one of the only ones that I know of that was finished like that. It has a compound radius on the fretboard, and it's just kind of an odd duck, like kind of this weird semi-offset guitar, almost like an SG, but not really. Let's hear some tones. So here's the clean sound. Very bassy, very, very gnarly pickups here, you know. Not what I'm used to. Very high output. Here's the that was the neck pickup. Here's both pickups together. And here's the bridge pickup. and here is the pickups in a split position. And, whoops. And with the overdrive, because I think they sound better with overdrive. If there are any Canadians out there who know more about this guitar, please do let me know. I do not know much about El Degas, except for the fact that they were marketed specifically for the Canadian buyer. So they were sold exclusively in Canada, as far as I know. And kind of a soft spot for me because my first guitar was an El Degas nylon string, like tiny little guitar, like I say, almost like the size of a ukulele. So that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini-series, and thanks for watching. Please keep those likes, shares, and subscribes coming. We will see you guys again next Tuesday.